What up, people? Only 13 days left until the worldwide launch of Destiny Rising, but we've got some fresh new information dropping right this second, courtesy of ChinaJoy. ChinaJoy, which is China's E3 of sorts, was August 1st through August 4th, and Destiny Rising happened to have a presence at the event, showing off some more gameplay. In specific, they chose to show off the gameplay of one of their strikes, the one that's really infamous, the Netease hub one. And thanks to Bilibili user Bilibili_Gorlin, we now have footage of what appears to be the present pre-release build of Destiny Rising, and man, there's quite a few surprises here. The gameplay you can see right now in the background is the gameplay uploaded by Gorlin on August 10th and features a fire team with 2 Gwens and a Numeko running the strike, and right off the bat we notice a brand new mechanic, sliding. This is a huge deal, as the beta and alpha completely omitted sliding and crouching from their beta builds. And it's great to see it actually making a return here. It's yet another way they're trying to bridge the gap between it and Destiny 2 with this new gameplay mechanic. As someone who played her a lot, I can say that Gwen's abilities seem to remain pretty consistent from the beta, which is a big plus as her kit was already fairly well balanced and awesome. And we get to see her running the Concerto, Akimbo, Signature Pistol, Exotic Weapon, and a Mythic Shotgun. Pretty much the exact same combo that I utilized during the beta. The quality of this strike is breathtaking, start to finish, and blends perfectly with the traditional Destiny design. I, and I'm sure many others would agree, could easily see this as a strike in Destiny 2, as it flawlessly demonstrates design parity between Netease and Bungie. We also get to see new Vex units here, including one that bears similarities to Destiny 2's Wyverns. One complaint that seems to persist from the beta to the full release build is the effect of non-matching damage to shields. This is a consistent issue, but is understandable as it's a main driver for pushing players to build multiple units. As I'm sure you've noticed from the gameplay back here, whenever they're attacking somebody using void weapons on, say, an arc or solar shield, it takes a significant amount of time to actually break those shields. That's actually a core mechanic of Destiny Rising by design. But, as you can see, Gwen is actually supplementing that by using the heavy weapon in her kit, which is her shotgun, as well as her abilities to break through shields. We also see, from the beginning, which I'll throw up on screen here, that there seems to be some power level reworks as well, which is a fantastic thing, because one of the big complaints from the beta was the fact that your perks actually fed into your power levels on the weapons. Therefore, even if you really liked a rare or maybe a legendary perk, it didn't matter. You had to push for Mythic, otherwise you were losing out on actual points. So hopefully this is something that they've reworked to that regard. The free rewards, at least in the demo though, as we will see at the end of this entire demo, still seem to be pretty bare bones, which hopefully Netease will listen and improve before the final release, but I mean, to be honest, at this stage, I'm not really holding my breath for it. What you see is pretty much what you get here. If I were to say that this is the definitive Destiny Rising experience, at least in terms of strikes, I would be pretty much telling the truth. This is exactly what it looks like, what it plays like, and what it feels like. And I tried it on multiple devices. For those of you who watched the talk that we had as creators over on Firus's channel yesterday, you'd actually probably already heard me talk about this, but for the alpha, I actually played on an iPhone 15. For the beta, I played on a Galaxy S6 Lite, which has a Qualcomm 800 series processor, so allegedly the thing is just a beast and it's able to keep good performance, but I still was quite shocked. You're talking about a device that released in 2019, and performance was pretty much on parity with what we see here. This gameplay is strictly PC gameplay, whether that's through Mumu or native app, we couldn't really determine. I believe they said it was through Mumu, which is the emulator that you use for this, as it's owned and operated and maintained by Netease themselves, so it's their official emulator, if you will. Kind of their way of, I guess, getting around whatever agreements they may have with Bungie about not putting the game on PC, I suppose. But yeah, you can see, so there's a lot of gameplay going on in the background. We're going to see here in a moment or two, we're going to see Gwen's actual abilities. She'll start throwing out her ult as they push forward. We just had a Sparrow section that came up, which is really cool. That's a very Destiny 2, especially, you know, hypernet current type of mechanic that we haven't really seen much of in the Destiny Rising space. But given that they have Sparrow Racing League, it makes a whole lot of sense that they would definitely be able to work something like that into a strike. That's actually really cool in my opinion, that they managed to get that in here. And we're fighting the first boss there. And the final boss is, of course, a, well, pretty standard strike boss, just with some tentacles. The big talk of this is the sprinting and the sliding, without a doubt. Like 100%, that is a huge, huge thing that brings this game a lot more into parity with existing consoles. So it's definitely something that I think was a great change. It's fantastic they were able to manage to patch that into the game and get it out there well before release. I'm only jealous that I don't get to go in and test it out right this moment. So I will say that the sliding and crouching will definitely make a difference in PvP nowadays too. The PvP aspect of this was kind of a bit weaker during the beta, so getting to see some of these other features kind of come in is definitely a good thing. I remember in the alpha we also didn't have finishers, so that was something cool they added to the beta, was the ability to utilize finishers. So to add full release to be able to crouch and sprint, I know it sounds like that should be like a 100%, you know, planned thing, but I mean, you've got to remember, in the end, this is still a mobile game. This is mobile Destiny that we're talking about. So, you know, within that regard, like, kind of have to temper the expectations, because there's not, especially with touch controls, there's not a lot of room or real estate to really work with, per se. So, definitely can understand why they would omit some features. Sliding is, in particular, can be a pretty difficult thing to do, especially if you're not playing with a controller. And I think they really wanted to go for kind of an approach that would allow, you know, I guess touch controls and pretty much all controls. They really wanted to give you the ability to play it your way and play it how you want to play it. And I think that's a great thing, but it definitely was sorely missed, like running through a map, not being able to slide, or going through PvP and other areas and not being able to actually utilize what you're used to with Destiny 2 was kind of a big deal. So right there you can see kind of some of the basic rewards, and yeah, we've got our MVP here, and we've got our new commendation system, which looks eerily similar to the Destiny 2 commendation system. So yeah, there you go. That is the new gameplay. The big thing here we're talking about is definitely the addition of crouching and sprinting. But anyways, hopefully we'll have some more news now that we're rounding the bend to the end of the wait period, I guess you could say. So yeah, if you want to hear more, see more, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be putting out more videos. As soon as I get more news, I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be trying to do a lot more videos, especially leading up to this release, and the day of release I will likely be putting out a lot of videos, guides, things of that nature, to try to help you get through all of the content, to churn and burn, baby, churn and burn, and also to watch me spend my hard-earned bon voyage charms to try to get every hero I can. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next video.